Hi, this is Algen Magcope with me, Ms. Jona Peñamora and Mr. Randy James Caspe. And together we will be discussing about the utility of digital governance for intergenerational public sector workers in 10 minutes. This study focuses on digital governance and aims to explore its significance and effectiveness within the context of intergenerational public sector workers. The use of digital technologies for efficient governance becomes crucial as government organizations include individuals from their diverse age groups. The research investigates the changing nature of digital governance and its impact on intergenerational cooperation, productivity, and service provision. The study delves into the adoption and use of digital tools and platforms by public sector employees from various generations through a literature review and empirical analysis. It seeks to understand how digital governance improves the overall effectiveness and openness of governmental operations. Additionally, the research addresses the opportunities and challenges associated with closing the digital divide with public sector enterprises. According to IJI Global 2023, digital governance involves the use of information and communication technologies, that is the ICTs, to govern institutions and services. ICTs are utilized in electronic governance to provide government services, integrating system for government to citizen, government to business, and government to government services. Digital governance is linked to internal government relations and back office activities, enhancing the efficiency, accountability of organizations and services. It facilitates citizens' access to government services in simple, effective, and transparent manner, fostering citizens' involvement, inclusion, and empowerment in decision-making processes affecting their lives. To gain a comprehensive understanding, this study accessed various research and studies through platforms such as Google Scholar, ResearchGate, ScientificDirect.com, Scribe.com, and Google Chrome to search for relevant references. The literature was thoroughly reviewed to grasp the current situation regarding the issue at hand. The examination was focused on the 10 most pertinent search results. The keywords employed in this search includes digital governance, e-government, assessing, utility, public sector, and intergenerational. The researchers adhered to the preferred reporting item for systematic reviews and meta-analysis, that is the PRISMA, guidelines for conducting a systematic review in the research. The following steps were undertaken to achieve the intended outcome of the studies. Demographic profiling in digital governance involves collecting and analyzing data about the characteristics of the individuals that digital government initiative aims to benefit or impact. This data encompasses information such as age, gender, location, and residence, occupation, level of education, and other relevant factors. To better understanding about the demographic profile and what the topic is all about in a broader sense, let's take a look at what Ms. Jona has to say.
The framework presented is the relationship between the variables, the predictor variables such as demographic profile, understanding of digital governance on the 10 areas of concern, and awareness of effective digital government services is expected to influence utility and constant usage of digital governance outcome variables. Meanwhile, description of digital governance was demonstrated in 10 areas. Moreover, digital governance effective were printed through statement indicator of the 3 areas, namely citizen expectation, infrastructure related, and digital governance. The outcome variables comprise 4 parts of namely level of understanding and awareness of digital governance. Second, assessment of effective digital governance service, increased utility and continuous usage of digital government service among public sector worker. The main goal of the study was to evaluate how integrational government employee in the Philippines use and found value in the digital governance. The scope of this study includes an analysis of the demographic makeup of the public sector employees, an evaluation of the efficacy of digital government services with respect to citizen expectation, infrastructure-related issues, and digital governance, and description of digital governance in 10 areas of concern. However, it is imperative to recognize that the relevance of the research is limited due to the small number of the respondents and the underprestation of each island. The chapter tackled about the research design and methodology used. It covered a detailed description of the research design, the respondent instrument research procedure, data processing, statistical treatment, and ethical consideration. Research design, population of the study, sampling study, inclusion and exclusion criteria. Research ethics, privacy and confidentiality. This study adhered to strict privacy and confidentiality. Confidentiality, Data Privacy Act of 2012, and informed consent.
Join us as we explore the intersection of technology and governance across different ages. In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, the public sector faces the challenge of catering to a diverse workforce spanning multiple generations. Our research aims to evaluate the utility of digital governance for public sector personnel across generations and individuals. The standard research instrument was utilized to discuss the level of digital governance, awareness, and understanding of multi-generational public sector workers or government officers in a descriptive manner. Utilizing smart technology to improve the way things work, such as smoother services, easier communication, and a government that is more in tune with what the people require is essentially bringing the government a digital facelift and indeed into the 21st century. Five main goals of the study are presented on these slides, and they will be covered in more detail in the resulting discussion.
Result analysis and interpretation of data. For part 1 is the demographic profile of respondents. Shows the profile of the respondents in terms of age. The age between 18 to 38 years old has a frequency of 8. The age between 31 to 45 has a frequency of 50. 46 to 60 with a frequency of 18. And 61 to 75 with 3 frequencies. For with a total of 129 respondents. ANOVA analysis. The decision for null hypothesis rejected in terms of gender, and the verbally interpreted as significant in terms of variable. You are staying in. The decision for null hypothesis is also rejected and verbally interpreted as significant, and in terms of education. It is failed to reject the null hypothesis and verbally interpreted as non-significant. Conclusion and recommendations. This study revealed a key truth. Digital governance is now a necessity for the modern public sector, not a choice. The public sector workforce, which is made up of a variety of generations, it is a turning point in this digital transformation. The study confirmed that the digital governance is pertinent to everyone. No matter their age or background, public sector employees are moving digitalization, not whether this transformation can be made, but rather how quickly and successfully. Recommendation. Some of the following actions are advised in light of the finding and conclusion are: develop tailored training programs, implement the digital governance integration enhancement program proposed for this study, promote peer learning and gradual adoption support. And future research project could be titled according to the following areas, like unpacking the long-term impact, second, adapting to change, and the last one is the behind the surface. I'm Jona Peñamora. We thank you on behalf of our group, and we hope that our research will help to contribute, enhance, in assessing the utility of digital governance for intergenerational public sector workers and future researchers.